Things on my end here. Do you have the next tab put up? Where the hell's my sports pitch to Shellhorn, bouncing ball over the mound. It's going to go to the second baseman, Templeton. He cannot come up with it cleanly, and they'll score 2 runs. Shellhorn gets one through the middle of the infield. He'll be credited with a base hit and 2 RBIs. It is 3-0 MFL MarMac in the lead on a solid piece of hitting by Shellhorn. 0-2 pitch, outside fastball, swinging right through it is Weber. Strikes out the side here in the bottom of the 5th inning, gives him 10 Ks. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, swinging right through it is Castle. That is the 13th strikeout for Kiel. It's out number 2 here, or actually number 1, in the bottom of the 7th. 1 ball, 1 strike, and here's a high fly ball. This is to right field. Giving chase is Kiel, and on the run makes a spectacular play. He drops the ball and rolls into the fence. He dropped the ball. The bases were clear for Marquette. They actually hold the runner at third. Kiel had the ball pop out as he crashes into the fence in right center field. It's a double for Gibson. 2-run score, and the game now 4-2. Marquette has the tying run in scoring position. First offering from Cranbeer. It is a high fly ball to center field. Getting underneath it is, again, Kiel. He'll call for it, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Bulldogs get out of it. MFL MarMac going into the district semifinal. They hang on to defeat Marquette by a final score of 4-2. The best tournament action is on KCTN FM 100.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owners Brian Bugenhagen and Michael Beck, along with their staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Monona Veterinary Hospital, Elite DJ Service in Monona, the Luena Tap, home of the award-winning Philly, D&J Feed in Monona, Central State Bank, member FDIC, Pat's Electric, Maggie's Diner on top of the hill, McGregor, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto Home Business, Crop Farm and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Ashbacker Building Supplies in Rossville, and Kanako Floor Covering in Monona. We begin the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by MFL MarMac baseball coach Paul Gordon. Coach, your team improving to 23-6. A good win there against Marquette, 4-2 in the last round of this postseason. Tell me about that game.
Well, yeah, it was a great game. Parker Kiel pitched a great game out there on the mound. Struck out 13. Didn't walk one batter. gave us 6 2/3, stayed under his pitch count. We couldn't ask for more out of him. We got a big hit by Jacob Shellhorn driving in 2 there, and then another big hit by Jackson Millage adding on there later in the game. Got a little interesting there at the end. The boys really, they like to always make it a little interesting at the end, but I can't. I mean, we played error-free baseball. They did all the little things right. They just played a great game of baseball.
All right, so now let's get ready for this sub-state semifinal. First off, let's talk about offensively. Again, a number of kids contribute. Tell me about those kids individually.
I mean, really up and down the lineup. You just don't know. It's nice to not know who's going to come up with that big hit. They're all capable. We got 7 seniors, a lot of experience out there. So it's just really top to bottom.
All right, now let's talk about pitching-wise here. I know you got some options for tonight's ball game. Who do you look to throw?
I mean, after that game Parker threw on Tuesday, he's going back out there to start the game on Saturday or tonight.
All right, so tell me a little bit about Parker on the mound.
I mean, he's done a great job all year. He always pitches deep into games, doesn't walk a lot of batters. He comes up big in big games. He's always been that way. He's a competitor, hard worker, and I just trust him to go deep into the game.
Yeah, and the good thing is you have everybody available, so there's some options there too as the game goes on.
Yeah, that's huge too. Him going deep into games allows us to keep people eligible, and having lots of options is a nice thing.
All right, now let's talk about Beckman. What do you know about the Blazers?
I mean, they got a great baseball tradition. The 14-15 record does not mean a thing. They played one of the toughest, if not the toughest schedule in all of 2A. Like us, they got a lot of experience. They're just 2 years removed from a state championship. They'll have a couple kids out there starting tonight that started in their state championship game 2 years ago. So that experience is huge for them. They played big games all year. They're used to the big games. So we're just going to have to take care of our opportunities when we get them. I expect this to be a low-scoring game. They got good pitching, so I expect a low-scoring game, and we got to take care of our opportunities when they're there.
Absolutely. You mentioned that, taking care of opportunities. Some of the other keys in the ball game for your team.
Just, again, like error-free game last game. So, I mean, we got to go out there, play clean on defense, not beat ourselves, not give up 3 bases, just doing the little things and having good at-bats and taking care of business.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you.
MFL MarMac baseball coach Paul Gordon and his Bulldog team. The On Deck Show continues after this. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people bottom line is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I am available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you're in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by Kay in Monona, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Vaga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. We continue the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Beckman baseball coach Ryan Mabe. Coach, your team improving to 14-15, defeated Waukon the last round by a final score of 4-0. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, no, 4-0. Obviously, we'll take the win. I thought there was probably a few more times we probably could have added on there throughout the game, but Dylan Ricker did a heck of a game, start the game for us. Chase White came in, and anytime you can put up a 0 for the other team, obviously you have a very good chance to move on. But I thought we did pretty good at bats, 1 through 9. I think everybody had a hit or a walk, 1 through 9 in the order. And like I said, Dylan just came out and did a good job on the mound, set a tone for us.
All right, let's talk about this team offensively. A number of kids contribute for you offensively.
Yeah, we're pretty balanced, I'd say. Joe Engler in the middle is going to be our biggest guy that can bring some pop. But 1 through 9, I think we swing it pretty well. Also have pretty good athletes as far as look at the stolen base numbers. They have pretty balanced stolen base numbers as well, to where we have quite a few guys that are threats on the bases they can get on. And that gives us a chance to kind of do a few different things if we can get those guys in those situations.
All right, and obviously you mentioned Joe Engler. Who are some of the other kids contributing for you?
Yeah, Dylan Rakers had a pretty good year. He's got at the top of the order. Chase White's had a good year. He was first team utility in the conference, second team district. He kind of moves around second, third, short. He'll throw for us. He came in the relief. He hits behind Joe. And then Tate Reese has had a really good year as a sophomore, our center fielder. He was a second team outfielder for our all-conference. And he's a guy that can see on the base pass, can kind of move a little bit as well. So, honestly, it's more balanced. We got a lot of guys that are, maybe not gaudy numbers, don't have a lot of the 450-plus hitters. I think Joe's our top guy in the 400s there. But a lot of guys in the mid-3s, and they get on base in the 4s, and it's, like I said, 1 through 9, there's a different guy that can kind of step up every night.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. And, again, you've got a number of different options for tonight's game.
Yeah, no, we got a couple different options we can go to here. Dylan threw on Tuesday. The one thing with Dylan's growing up in, his younger years, even as a sophomore, junior, he was always more of a closer role. So this year becoming more of a starter. Doesn't always bounce back as quickly, so that's why I'm not going to say that he's going to be our starter for sure. Tonight it would we go Jake Schmidt, Chase White also threw on Tuesday. He kind of a guy that can go out there and throw whenever. Mac Wolf's the kid that could see a couple innings. He's a kid that threw a lot of non-conference for us that had really good numbers. But he's a guy who's going to fill the zone and trust in his defense is going to make a play.
All right, MFL MarMac, what do you know about the Bulldogs?
They're going to have. I assume they're going to have their stud on the mound. The lefty who has, I think, 70-some strikeouts. Obviously, you have those numbers. No matter who you're playing, that's going to be that's a good number of strikeouts. So the cool kid's going to be. I assume we're going to face him. Really good lefty. Can mix his pitches pretty well. Then you got a couple guys in the lineup that can swing it. They're going to be a team they're pretty senior laden. They're a team that's going to be, hungry to win this game. Obviously, they don't want to be end their season and their career. So they're a team that's going to come ready to play, and we got to come ready to play right away. Can't give them extra outs. They're going to be a team that's, especially if Poole on the top can get on base, he's going to try to run. We got to try to keep him off the base pass so that they can't take those extra bases, and can't give them free passes. Just got to try to play as clean of a ball game as you can, because I know they're going to come ready to play.
All right, Coach. Good luck seeing the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Yes, Beckman baseball coach Ryan Mabe on his Blazer team. The On Deck Show continues after this. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people bottom line is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, and by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC. Good evening once again, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons along with Coach Mike Sass. Welcome back. Game number 2 now here tonight on KCTN. In our featured matchup, it is MFL MarMac taking on Beckman in a Class 2A sub-state semifinal. Winner of this ball game will face the winner of the other game tonight, which involves a highly ranked Mediapolis team. We'll talk more about that. We'll worry about that later on. Meanwhile, in case you missed our first game today, I should say, what a ball game. It is the Edco Vikings, though, coming up short with a heartbreaking 5-4 loss to Don Bosco in 10 innings in the regional semifinal. The Vikings battled back from a 4-1 deficit to tie it in the 6th inning, and then in the bottom of the 10th inning, loaded the bases to give them a chance to tie the game, maybe win it with 2 outs.
Yeah, that was just a tremendous game by both teams there. It's too bad someone had to lose that one. Like you said, Vikings never gave up. Had a chance there in the bottom of the 10th to tie or even possibly win it, just weren't able to come through.
And we wish good luck to Don Bosco. They play at Wapsie Valley in the next round there on Monday night at Wapsie Valley. Wapsie Valley, the highest ranked team in that region. For the Edco Vikings, they have no seniors, and they close the season with a record of, I believe, 32-8 on the season. So they know that they have, again, a great chance to continue to build that Edco program coming off a state tournament appearance last year. All right, so let's focus on this baseball game now. For MFL MarMac here, Parker Keel gets the start for them. This is what we expected. Let's start there.
Yeah, after his brilliance the other night, we kind of expected him to get the start tonight. Those were 6 of the best innings I had seen out of a pitcher in a long time the other night. So no surprise that they give him another start tonight.
Meanwhile, for Beckman, they'll throw Jake Schmidt. And Schmidt certainly has been outstanding for them this season as well. He has thrown 29 innings, allowed 30 hits, 15 earned runs, walking 13 and striking out 22. But what he does there is the ERA relatively low at 3.62. But he is one of many kids available for Beckman in this ballgame tonight.
Yeah, I think both teams should have their complement of pitchers tonight. So whoever they need, it's going to be ready.
Let's get to the lineup. For MFL MarMac, Parker Keel, the pitcher, bats leadoff. Jacob Shellhorn, the shortstop, bats second. Braden Gordon is the right fielder, batting third. Ben Cranberry, the third baseman, bats cleanup. Jackson Millage, the first baseman, bats fifth. Cade Humble, the second baseman, bats sixth. Kyler Nearing, the left fielder, in the number 7 spot. He's being DH'd for by Jaden Willie. Again, a senior. Tice Wickner, the catcher, bats in the number 8 spot. And Carter Lightfoot is the shortstop, batting in the number 9 position. Correction, he's actually the center fielder. With Shellhorn pitching, he's the shortstop, but he'll play center field in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, they kind of move him around where they need him.
Let's run down the lineup here now for Beckman. And for the Blazers, batting leadoff for them is Dylan Recker. He is the second baseman. Jake Schmidt, the pitcher, bats second. Joe Engler, the first baseman, bats third. Chase White, the shortstop, bats fourth. Aiden Engler is playing position right field and batting fifth in the lineup. Tate Reese, the center fielder, bats sixth. Cooper Wolf is the left fielder, number 7 position on the field there, and bats at number 7 in the lineup. Owen Coyle, the catcher, bats 8th, and Carter White is the hitter there at the number 9 spot. He is the third baseman for the Blazers. They are 14-15, and Beckman comes into this ball game here, certainly with a good performance against Waukon, which they shut him out 4-0.
Yeah, I think Beckman's kind of built on pitching and defense, and they showed that against Waukon for sure.
All right, now let's talk about some of the keys in this ball game, and first off here, Beckman, traditionally, they like to see harder throwers. That used to guys that, again, throw a good fastball. But Parker Keel probably represents a different set of issues for them.
Yeah, Jacob Shellhorn's maybe got a little bit better off-speed stuff, but Parker Keel pitched so well against Marquette. If he can get in that groove again, he's going to present a challenge for Beckman.
Well, and the big thing is for Keel, obviously, throws hard. Being left-handed certainly helps. We saw that in the softball game earlier today. But the other thing is he's got movement on his pitches as well. So that's the starting lineups. We'll take a break. Opening pitch coming up here from Beckman. It's MFL MarMac and Beckman District baseball, softball, or I should say baseball action after our softball first game today. We'll be back with more when we continue.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Energy consumers everywhere are getting calls and texts from scammers. The callers threaten to shut off their power if payment is not made immediately. Don't fall for it. Never give out financial or personal information to someone who calls claiming to be from your provider. When in doubt, always call your utility and get the facts. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Carr Auto Group online at karautogroup.com, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase and Old Wine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Welcome back to Dyersville, our second game here tonight on KCTN with MFL MarMac taking on Beckman. The Bulldogs, the visiting team, Parker Keel, Jacob Shellhorn, and Braden Gordon to lead things off here in the top of the first inning. For Beckman defensively, Cooper Wolf is in left field, Tate Reese in center, Aiden Engler is in right field. Around the horn defensively, Carter White and Chase White occupy the left side of the field. Carter White at third, Chase White at shortstop rather. Dylan Recker is at second, Joe Engler is the first baseman, Owen Coyle the catcher, and Jake Schmidt, the right-hander, is on the mound for the Blazers. Blazers wearing their white bottoms and tops there. And I love the traditional white look, by the way. Bulldogs wearing the white pants tonight, but they have the blue and yellow striped shirts on for this ball game tonight. Parker Keel, we were talking about him as far as pitching-wise in this ball game. We mentioned the stats for Schmidt, but we should point out that Keel has a record of 7-2, has thrown 53 innings, only allowed 30 hits, 11 earned runs, walked 12, and struck out 78. So that was, again, the big difference in the ball game the other night. He tired in the seventh inning, but he was in control for 6+.
Yeah, those first 6 innings were just magnificent. And, yeah, I think he did get just a little bit of little tired in the seventh. Ran out of pitches so they could use him tonight, and then Ben Cranberry was able to get that third out.
And you mentioned both these teams are full bore. They've got everybody available in this ball game tonight. So Keel, Shellhorn, and Gordon to lead things off as the throw down to second base from Coyle. And we're ready to go with our second game now here tonight on KCTN FM 100. Bulldogs have their first 7 batters are all seniors. Parker Keel to lead things off. Keel is 27 of 80 on the season, 6 doubles, a triple, couple of home runs, and 18 RBIs, but stolen base-wise, he is by far their leader. He is 33 of 35, takes a fastball high from Schmidt, and we are underway. The left-handed hitting pitcher up to bat there for the Bulldogs. So the sun making its way down. The fastball is high, and the count goes to 2-0, but some shade creeping in between third base there and home. But it's tougher right now for the right fielder and first base, a little challenging. 2-1 pitch. Here's a high fly ball to right field. Engler goes near the line. He's got room, makes the play, drifting into foul territory down the right field line. Keel pulled it, but fouls out for out number 1.
Yeah, pulled it nicely, but just ball hung in the air way too long, and Engler does a nice job to get that.
Jacob Shellhorn is now up to bat with 1 out. Shellhorn, perfect number 2 batter. He's 31 of 87, has 4 doubles, 19 RBIs, but so good at the ability to lay down bunts, move runners over, takes a pitch outside there. The count is 1-0, and certainly walked more than he has struck out this year.
Yeah, he's got a good plate discipline.
And 1-0, Schmidt's pitch, fastball that is high. The count is 2-0. So the crowd settling in. Good crowd tonight, but I wouldn't say great necessarily. 2-0 pitch, Shellhorn taking all the way. It's high, and the count goes to 3-0. But again, Beckman softball played this afternoon.
That may factor in.
3 balls and no strikes. Good MFL MarMac following here. 3-0 pitch, and stopping the play there was our home plate umpire, as I believe he had not signaled for the pitcher that he was ready, so he stepped out there, and that pitch does not count. But either way, the count is 3-0. Needless to say, Schmidt likes to get the ball and go. 3-0 pitch inside. Shellhorn almost wore it on the left shoulder area, but he turns away. That is the first base runner for the Bulldogs, a 1-out walk for Shellhorn.
Yeah, good job by Shellhorn, and Schmidt struggling a little bit. The only strike he's thrown is the one that Parker Keel hit.
Braden Gordon, the right fielder, is up to bat, the number 3 hitter. Gordon this season, 25 of 81, but of those 25 hits, 8 of them are doubles. He has driven in 17 runs. The Bulldogs have a number of players double-digit-wise as far as base hits and RBIs. And hitting it down the left field line is Gordon into left field. It's a base hit, but again, quickly tracked down by Wolf on the line. Snaps it back into the infield. Shellhorn will have to stop at second. There's runners at second and first with 1 out here for the Bulldogs in the top of the first.
Yeah, good start for the Bulldogs here. Nice little loop base hit there by Gordon. Looped it over the third baseman's head, and Ben Cranber with a chance to drive in some runs.
Cranber is the top hitter for MFL MarMac. 48 of 102 on the season. He's got 10 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 41 RBIs for the Bulldogs in their 29 games. So second and first with 1 out. First pitch is a fastball taken for a strike. The count is 0-1 as Schmidt gets ahead.
Yeah, first time all night he's gotten ahead.
So 0-1 is the count. Smart base runner is Shellhorn at second. Gordon at first base. 0-1 pitch, and here's a bouncing ball hit to the shortstop. It is fielded by White. He flips it to the second baseman Recker. They throw it to first. It is not in time. Now, Shellhorn stayed in front of the shortstop as long as he could before going to third, and that stopped the shortstop White from maybe getting a step or two closer to field that on the edge of the grass. But they turn at least the first out at second base. Cranberry stay from the fielder's choice.
Yeah, kind of stopped the shortstop from charging that one very hard, and kind of slowed the play up and not able to turn the double play.
Jackson Millage is up to bat. Millage is the cleanup, actually the 5 hitter. Millage, again, has had an outstanding year as well. 28 of 89 on the season, 21 RBIs, takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside, and the count is 1-0. So runners on the corners here, and again, there is 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Schmidt from the stretch. He works continuously from the stretch. 0-1 pitch. Here's a bouncing ball towards the right side of the infield, fielded by Recker. He'll flip it there to the second baseman, White, the shortstop covering the bag, and Gordon retired there at second on the force. So the Bulldogs, no runs a hit. They strand 2. We've played 1/2 inning. MFL MarMac nothing. Beckman coming to bat.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams. Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader today.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear. Walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
When making up a to-do list, Don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Bottom of the first inning here in Dyersville for Beckman, Dylan Recker, Jake Schmidt, Joe Engler to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning. And again, the winner of this ball game will play in a sub-state final. The game for state on Tuesday night. Mediapolis with an impressive record 24-2, playing Durant in the other sub-state final. That game got pushed back to 7 o'clock tonight. Mediapolis, the highest-ranked team out of the 4 teams that are left in this sub-state. So Parker Keel, left-hander on the mound, delivers the first pitch to Recker. Swinging through it is Recker. The count is 0-1. Dylan Recker up to bat. Recker on the season is 20 of 65, 4 doubles, a triple, a home run, 11 RBIs. We'll line up MFL MarMac here defensively in just a bit, but the first off, the 0-1 pitch fouled against the backstop. The count is 0-2. Kyler Nearing is in left field. Carter Lightfoot in center. Braden Gordon is in right field. Around the horn defensively, you have Ben Cranberry at third. Jacob Shellhorn is at short. Cade Humble at second. Jackson Millage is at first base. The catcher, Tice Wickner. And Parker Keel is on the mound as the left-hander is ahead on the count, 0-2. Keel had 13 strikeouts in the ballgame the other night. 0-2 pitch. Here's a bouncing ball foul on the left side of the third base bag. As giving a look there was Cranberry. And it'll be, once again, hustling down the line is Beckman's head coach, Coach Ryan Mabe, to go get that ball. Good effort there. How many coaches you see just let that ball go?
Yeah, no doubt. Saving the MFL left fielder some steps.
Yeah, he's a younger guy. But 0-2 still the count. So the 0-2 fastball outside, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So here we are again in the bottom of the first inning. Shadows now covering between the catcher's position there and the pitcher's mound. The 1-2 offering, change up inside, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keel, very hard-throwing left-hander, but he gives you a couple of different pitches as well.
Yeah, he works off that fastball well, especially the other night. We saw him change speeds, and his curve was really moving.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. Here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop Shellhorn bobbles it, regroups the throw to first, and it is not in time. Shellhorn charged in at the edge of the infield, but didn't come up with it cleanly. Tried to get it with one hand, basically, with the glove hand. Popped out of there, but because of that pop, safe at first base will be Recker on the air.
Yeah, that's kind of got it right at the lip of where the grass meets the line there, and kind of got an awkward hop and not able to handle it.
So the leadoff runner on here for the Blazers, the leadoff hitter. Jake Schmidt is up to bat. Schmidt, the pitcher, the number 2 bat in the lineup. Schmidt is 20 of 79 this season. And a prototypic number 2 hitter because he can do this. He lays down the bunt. Cranberry charges, gets it up halfway up the line. The throw to first, it is in time. And Schmidt does his job. First pitch, sacrifice bunt. Recker into scoring position now with 1 out.
Yeah, good job getting that bunt down by Schmidt. And now Beckman with a runner in scoring position.
Joe Engler is up to bat, the number 3 hitter. Engler this year is 35 of 85. He has had a tremendous senior season. 12 doubles, 3 home runs, 31 RBIs. So he has been locked in at that number 3 position for the Blazers. And here is the first offering from Keel, slicing down the right field line foul, and the count is 0-1.
Yeah, he's their guy, so they're in the right situation if you're Beckman here. You got a runner in scoring position and your main guy at the plate.
And you talk about seniors. Again, MFL MarMac has 7, the first 7 guys in the lineup, and Beckman has a total there of 5 seniors on their roster. 0-1 is the count. The 0-1 offering, change up, and here's a high fly ball down the left field line. Giving chase is Nearing. It's out of his reach, and it sails foul. Slices away near the 307 sign down the left field line. And hustling down there was Engler, thinking that he had hit the corner in that area, but it just drifted foul.
Yeah, just kept hooking foul, and maybe 5 feet left of that foul line.
And our wind is from left to right in this ball game tonight, so it didn't help him. He hoping it was maybe going to push it back.
Yeah.
So Engler now looking at an 0-2 count. Blazers used to seeing a lot of fastball pitchers, so really in tune to timing up teams with their fastball. 0-2 pitch, it's outside and it's scoots by Wickner. That'll put Recker over to third base. That'll go as a wild pitch. Too far outside, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that hurts because now a deep fly ball will score that run from third.
Yep, absolutely, and you've got him at third with 1 out. So Keel, who is a strikeout pitcher, could certainly help himself out here with a strikeout. And Here is now the 1-2 pitch, and he starts to move, and they call a balk. So he never hesitated there, going to the windup, and the first run of the ball game scores on a balk. Both umpires immediately called it. That Kiel never set, and it's 1-0. Blazers will take the run.
Yeah, and that's just tough break for Parker Kiel there. He didn't have to deal with runners on third too often the other night. So
a ball and 2 strikes is now the count. So back to the windup. There is Kiel. The 1-2 offering, fouled over the backstop area. We'll do it again. So the Blazers score a run. Again, an error. So they move him over to second base. Goes to third on a wild pitch. Scores on a balk.
Yeah, that can't happen if you're the Bulldogs. You got to make them earn those runs.
So 1-2 remains the count. Blazers looking for a quick start. They're up 1-0. 1-2 pitch. It's fouled out of play once again. We'll do it with a ball and 2 strikes. So the inning started on what was a ground ball that, again, an MFL MarMac, this team built not only their pitching, but what they do defensively. So a rare error committed there by the Bulldogs. Now the 1-2 offering, and swinging through the off-speed pitch to the outside is Engler. Strikeout number 1 for Kiel, out number 2 here in the first.
Yeah, and that's a big strikeout. It's just too bad it couldn't have happened before that balk.
Chase White is up to bat. White is 29 of 80. 6 doubles, a triple, 20 RBIs. He is the cleanup hitter for the Blazers. Nobody on, but now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. So Kiel kind of catches his breath on the mound, sets, and delivers the first pitch. And taking it inside for a strike is White. It was a curveball inside. The count is 0-1. Pitch count really not mattering tonight for both these teams in this point of the season. 0-1 pitch, fouled out of play. The count is 0-2. I think they like their starters, and they expect a low-scoring game. That's why I say that. We don't expect a 7-6 ball game tonight.
Right, and they've both got very capable number 2 pitchers whoever does win this game.
So 0-2 is now the count. So Kiel trying to get out of it without any more damage in the bottom of the first. And Kiel with a high leg kick. And the 0-2 delivery outside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Kiel, you see, throw a curveball, and again, throws a changeup pitch as well there. I think you'll try to see him knuckle some things up once in a while. Pretty nice repertoire. A ball and 2 strikes. And here is now the 1-2 offering. Pop-up, a major league pop-up. Kiel giving chase, but that will make it out of play. It should anyway, and it will just on the other side of the fence as Wickner, Cranbeer, and Kiel all converge inside of the on-deck circle for Beckman, and wisely getting out of the way was the hitter on deck in Aiden Engler, and the ball falls foul, and it remains a ball and 2 strikes.
A couple of young fans getting out of the way of that one, too.
Yeah, they ran in a hurry to avoid contact. And we saw what happened earlier tonight. We had a foul ball hit right up at us, and they wouldn't let us keep it.
No, they made me give it away right away.
Ball and 2 strikes the count. So here in 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. And Kiel again delivers now the 1-2 offering, curveball, but it stayed outside, did not break the way he wanted to, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Softball game today started at 3:30. We thought no problem. We'll get here to Beckman in plenty of time. And we were here in plenty of time, as it turns out, but not as early as we wanted to. 2-2 pitch outside. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we had to hustle a little bit out of Farley there, and it's too bad we didn't get to talk to the coaches. But the good thing is Edco girls don't lose anyone off that
3
team.
balls, 2 strikes, 3-2 fastball, popped up out of play. We'll do it again with a full count. So the question was, traditionally, Beckman has struggled against guys that can junk them up, and it's been known for a number of years because, again, you just don't see a lot of guys that can do that.
Right, very good fastball.
And MFL MarMac has that in Shellhorn, playing at shortstop, as now the 3-2 pitch and fouled out of play again. Will do it full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. But in this situation, they knew what Kiel gave them the other night, plus his breaking stuff they feel like can keep Beckman off balance.
Yeah. He, like we said, he threw a gem the other night, and sometimes you just got to ride the hot hand as well.
3 balls and 2 strikes is now the count. Still a full count. So White is making him work at the plate. 3-2 pitch, a pop-up out of play again, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kiel's worked him a couple of times outside, and White has fouled things away. And this just adds to the pitches in the first inning.
Exactly, which, like you said, isn't as big a deal as the other night. They're probably going to use him as long as they can.
3 balls and 2 strikes to count. 3-2 pitch again, fouling it back is White. White certainly has that fastball just about timed up, and it's a full count.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of protecting, just making sure he gets the bat on it and trying to stay alive or see ball 4 here.
And the Bulldogs, just like the Blazers, everybody's eligible in this ball game tonight, so plenty of arms if you have to go into that situation. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball called, strike 3. White started to take a step towards first base, but called out looking. Second strikeout by Keel, and that does it for the Blazers in the bottom of the first. But they pick up a run. They do it without a hit, helped out by a Bulldog error. We've played 1. Beckman strikes first. They lead 1-0.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right, 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Monona Veterinary Hospital, Elite DJ Service in Monona, the Luena Tap, home of the award-winning Philly, D&J Feed in Monona, Central State Bank, member FDIC, Pat's Electric, Maggie's Diner on top of the hill, McGregor, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto Home Business, Crop Farm and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Ashpacker Building Supplies in Rossville, and Kanako Floor Covering in Monona. Top of the second inning, it is Cade Humble up to bat. Humble took the first curveball for a strike on the outside. There's a fastball thrown by Schmidt on the outside corner, catches it. The count is 2-0. Humble, 19 of 70, and takes this pitch. It is a ground ball. Shortstop White fields it to his right. Nice strong throw to the first baseman Engler. Good stretch over there. Backhanded by White at short. Humble bounces out for out number 1.
Yeah, very nice play by White. Third baseman cut in front of him, but he didn't let that bother him and made the strong throw to first.
And that brings up now Kyler Nearing, who's due up in the lineup, but he's been DH'd for, as Jaden Willie is the DH. Willie hit a home run in the ball game in the opening round of the tournament. Takes a curveball there, and it is a sharp breaking curveball from Schmidt for a strike. The count is 0-1. Willie is 18 of 79 with 3 doubles. That home run, 19 RBIs. Curveball, and he reaches out for it. Again, that was in the left-handed hitter's box a couple of feet in. And the pitch outside, 0-2. Chased it, whiffed at it on the outside.
Yeah, that one really fooled him.
0-2 is the count. And Schmidt now ahead. 0-2 curveball, swinging right through it is Willie. Yep, 3 straight curveballs there. Strikeout number 1 for Schmidt. And it's out number 2 here in the second.
And I have a feeling next time Jaron Willie's up, he may see a curveball again.
Yep, I would think so. Tice Wickner up to bat, the young 8th grader who's done a very good job at catcher, left-handed hitting catcher, 12 of 59, 4 doubles, a triple, 11 RBIs, had a key base hit in the ball game the other night against Marquette. Takes the first pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. Schmidt finding his rhythm, needless to say. Swinging through the inside. Fastball there is once again Wickner. And the count is 0-2 very quickly.
He looks a lot more comfortable this inning.
So quickly ahead and delivers now the 0-2 pitch. Fastball away, and Wickner looks it away, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. One thing you always know about Beckman pitchers is, especially at the top of their staff, they don't give a lot of free passes. You got to earn things. 1-2 fastball. Here's a high fly ball to center field. Drifting back is Reese. Reese, plenty of room there. Camps underneath it. Catches it for the third out of the inning. And a very quick 1-2-3 in the top of the second. Bulldogs go down in order. We go to the bottom of the second. Again, our score, it is 1-0, the early lead for Beckman.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your...
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right, 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams and enjoy the weather and get your kids' summer checkups with Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Chase Bruner, and Dr. Daphne Hoffler. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping in to Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought. Welcome back once again to Dyersville, as again, little computer error there. And for Beckman, it will be once again Aiden Engler, Tate Reese, Cooper Wolf to lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning with an early 1-0 lead. And the first offering from Parker Keel, swinging through the fastball there is Engler, and the count is 0-1. Engler, again, has certainly done a good job for Beckman as the season has went on for them, playing more of a role in their lineup. The right fielder for them. 0-1 offering, taking the pitch outside for a fastball is Engler. The count goes to 0-2. Scored a pass along at the end of one. Grundy Center leads North Fayette Valley 2-0 at the end of one. We'll continue to update you on that ball game. Also, Mediapolis leads Durant at the end of one, 1-0. 0-2 pitch, fastball inside, called strike three. Engler caught looking. Third strikeout in a row recorded by Keel. And it's out number one here in the second.
Yeah, just like Engler found his groove for Beckman, Schmidt found his groove for Beckman. It looks like Keel has as well for the
Tate
Bulldogs.
Reese up to bat. Reese is 19 of 64, has a couple of doubles, 14 RBIs. This is the sixth spot in the Blazer lineup. Parker Keel working a little quicker, I would say, this inning. Fastball is high. The count is 1-0. Moving right along very quickly here in the bottom of the second inning. North Fayette Valley, what a tournament run they've had, regardless of what happens in that game tonight, as there's a 1-0 fastball on the inside. The count is 1-1. Our home plate umpire is going to ring him out on that, but it's only strike number one.
Yeah, he was very adamant that was a strike.
1-1 is now the count. So evened up. 1-1 offering, fastball up against the backstop. It's a ball and 2 strikes. North Fayette Valley winning 2 tournament games, beating Starmont and then beating Sumner Fred, and the fact that they only won 7 games total, 6-game winning streak in the postseason, but they have won 6 in a row. The 1-2 offering, breaking ball stayed away, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, big underdogs in both those games, so great job by the Tiger Hawks.
And that is such a young team.
Yeah, but I think I saw the number 1 4A team also got beat, so anything can happen in these tournament games.
2 balls, 2 strikes, swinging right through it there is Reese. That is strikeout number 4. As a matter of fact, now 4 in a row. And it's out number 2 here in the second. Cooper Wolf, the left fielder, is now up to bat. The number 7 hitter in the lineup. Wolf this year, 9 of 19, a junior that's kind of played more as the season has went on as well. And with 2 outs, he's up to bat right now. And here is the offering. Fastball swings late right through it. The count is 0-1. So I think both these pitchers, they're aggressive pitchers anyway, but the bottom of the lineup, they are absolutely going to attack.
Yeah, I think they're licking their chops when they see the bottom hitters.
0-1, this ball fouled out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. Neither one of these teams have been, unbelievable offensively on the season. MFL MarMac as a team batting .314, Beckman at .293 overall. 0-2 is now the count as Keel gets ahead. The 0-2 delivery and foul ball hit down the right field line. That was a fastball away. We'll do it again with the count 0-2. But what they've gotten by on is, again, pretty strong defensively, and certainly the pitching has really helped.
Yeah, pitching and defense can win you a lot of games.
And the count is, once again, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch. There is Wolf. So Keel strikes out the side in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits. Blazers lead nobody. We have played 2. Still 1-0 Beckman.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by Kay in Monona, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Vaga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Carter Lightfoot, Parker Keel, Jacob Shellhorn to lead things off. First pitch was a ball to Lightfoot, fouls this one back, and it goes to a ball and a strike. Lightfoot, a junior, 16 of 56 on the season. Again, last year used his speed as a courtesy runner, so he has stepped into a new role. 1-1 pitch, fastball outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. And is asked to play a lot of positions, different defensively, depending on who's pitching.
Yeah, that's a nice luxury to have where you can move him around to a lot of different positions.
2-1, late swing on the fastball, foul ball down the right field line. Giving chase is going to be Engler, but that will fall out of his reach. Again, this ballpark, there's a little more room halfway down the line to that fence bowing out down to right field, but again, that was out of Engler's reach, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, stayed within the fence, but long way for Engler to go on that one.
So we're evened up now here. Engler hustles his way back to first base. Giving chase was the right fielder, Aiden Engler. And again, they converge, but that ball out of its way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bouncing ball, shortstop White fields it a step to his right, comes up with it cleanly, strong throw to the first baseman, and getting down the line as quick as Lightfoot, who just is out at first base on what ends up being a very close play.
Yeah, Chase White almost underestimated the speed of Lightfoot there. That was bang, bang at first. I think they did get him, but not by much.
Parker Keel now up to bat, so Keel's second at bat. Flew out to right field his last at bat, the left-handed hitting pitcher. But the leadoff runner retired here, and that is now a total of 5 in a row retired by Schmidt. There's a fastball ducking out of the way of Keel from Schmidt, and the pitch is high for ball number 1. Home plate now in the shadows. 1-0 offering, fastball away. The count is 2-0, but the pitcher in Schmidt still works out of the sun. So this can be a little challenging for the hitters, at least this inning. In the top of the third inning, Blazers lead 1-0, pushing across a run in the first. For the third time tonight, we see our home plate umpire take time, and he was not ready behind the plate. Again, this has happened with both pitchers, but Schmidt likes to work quickly there, and sometimes our home plate umpire isn't ready to go. And now Coach Mabe comes out of the dugout for Beckman, and he's got a question for our home plate umpire tonight.
Yeah, he wants to know why the umpire stopping those pitches there.
And Mabe is saying that he's setting. He's doing everything that he's supposed to be doing up there. But our home plate umpire continues to have that conversation, and hopefully it won't be too long. And they're going through the fundamentals of pitching right now. Our home plate umpire is showing him exactly how he wants him to line up on the mound.
Yeah.
So
got another umpire walking in too here.
So our home plate umpire, and unfortunately we didn't get here early enough to find out our umpires for tonight's ballgame. We'll certainly try to let you know who is umpiring tonight, but they continue the conversations between the home plate umpire and the base umpire there, and this is all about, I think, Schmidt setting on the mound, and Coach Mabe is on the field now, as he was just outside of the baseline, but now has walked towards the pitcher's mound, and after our base umpire does his explanation, Coach Mabe gives him a thumbs up to the home plate umpire, says we're good to go. Now I understand.
Yep, we got the first base umpire talking to the pitcher now as well.
So Schmidt gets that conversation, and I think that's just how the umpires want them to approach, how he wants the pitch to work.
I think that was a balk because it's a ball 3 on the scoreboard now.
So here is now the 3-0 pitch. It's a fastball high and outside. It is ball number 4. So it ends up being a walk, and yes, that's exactly what they did. They gave him there, saying he did not set on the mound, and even though there's nobody on base, still in effect, Keel with a 1-out walk, and absolutely a threat to go.
So now does that count as a pitch?
No.
Okay.
Probably not. It shouldn't anyway.
So it's a 3-pitch walk technically.
Yeah. So again, Shellhorn now to bat, looks to square to bunt. They come crashing down from third. He pulls things back. Keel off and running. Here's the throw to second, but it sails into center field. Keel gets up. He'll stay right there at second base. That wasn't a bad throw at all by Coyle, but a good slide there. The ball went to the second base side. Keel steals second base as Shellhorn bluffed the bunt, and a runner in scoring position with 1 out now.
Yeah, good job by Keel. Again, showing his speed.
34 of 36 is what Keel is stolen base-wise this year. Coyle, by the way, has thrown out 6 base runners and allowed 34 steals. Holding the ball at second base was Dylan Recker, and Schmidt was off the mound. They were going to try the hidden ball trick there, weren't they?
They tried it, but Parker Keel stayed on second base. So I don't know if he saw it or the coaches alerted him, but good job by the Bulldogs.
Shellhorn took the first pitch for a ball. The pitch inside. He walked his last at-bat. The count is 2-0. And a great job by Schmidt on the mound, because if he enters the mound area, you can't do that.
Right.
So 2-0 is now the count. Shellhorn again looking to bunt, pulls things back. He takes it for a strike. The count is 2-1. So the number 2 hitter up to bat for the Bulldogs, top of the lineup with Keel at second base after, again, walking. So 2 balls and a strike. Schmidt delivers the 2-1 pitch. Fastball outside. It's a strike. Caught the outside corner. Evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Shellhorn thought about pulling the trigger there, but decided to hold back.
And again, he's a pretty good hitter, even with 2 strikes, to make contact anyway. 2-2 pitch, bouncing ball between short and third. It's into left field for a base hit. Keel waved around from third. Nope, they're going to put the brakes on late, as quickly bringing it in from left field was Wolf. It wasn't hit exceptionally hard, so Wolf did a great job getting to it. Keel stops at third. Shellhorn with a base hit. The second hit of the ballgame for the Bulldogs. Runners on the corners with 1 out now here in the third.
Yeah, a little surprised Coach Gordon didn't send him with his speed, but it would have been a close play at home, but I would have loved to see Parker Keel going there.
Well, Braden Gordon is up to bat, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, so you expect Shellhorn to be moving here. Middle of the infield for Beckman. Recker and White converge on second base to have a conversation, so I think they want to be sure what they're doing on a third and first situation. Braden Gordon singled back in the first inning, and the number 3 hitter up for the Bulldogs. Fastball high. The count is 1-0. So this is for MFL MarMac. They put runners in the corners in the first, and now they've got runners on corners here in the third inning, but only 1 out this time. 1-0 is the count, as Schmidt was high on the pitch. 1-0 offering. Gordon takes it. It's a called strike on the outside corner, and we're evened up at a ball and a strike. Let's see what the Bulldogs do. Shellhorn certainly is a threat to go, but see if they look to kind of do a delay steal, try to make Beckman make some decisions. 1-1 pitch. Gordon bouncing ball up the third base line. Keel off and running, but that ball gloved in foul territory by White. He just moves to the side of the line in foul territory, and we'll do it again with a ball and 2 strikes. The way that ball was hit softly, Keel had the right read going from third.
Yeah, absolutely would have scored there.
So the count goes to 1-2. Shellhorn showing no signs of moving from first base yet, and as far as stolen base-wise this year, Shellhorn has 12, but we'll see what they do. 1-2 pitch, it's outside. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's got, okay speed. Doesn't have Parker Keel speed, but he can run.
Yeah, not many guys do, by the way.
True.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Like I said, we saw Keel making a heck of a play in center field, a near play to end the ball game against Marquette the other night, and we're still trying to figure out how he got to that ball.
Yeah, it was amazing, the ground he covered.
2 balls and 2 strikes is the count to Gordon. 2-2 pitch, pops it up. Giving look is the catcher Coyle. He'll go to the backstop, but that will fall past the backstop about 3 rows in the front row, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gordon's hit last time was into left field, down the left field line, and Gordon, who has you talk about launch angle, his is, I think, what you're trying to teach.
Yeah, he had a little bit of an uppercut, and he's definitely a pull hitter as well.
So evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keel not being held at third. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. Schmidt gives another look at first base, and here is now your 2-2 pitch, and taking time is Gordon. So a little chess match going on. Gordon stepping out of the box. Yep. He thought that maybe Schmidt who likes to work quick, maybe taking a little bit too much time. So we'll do it again. Everybody set. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schmidt delivers the 2-2 pitch. It is a fastball high. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, now I wonder if Shellhorn will be going on the full count. He's still a possibility of getting doubled up if you do that.
You're right. With 1 out, 3 balls and 2 strikes is the count. And he stays. 3-2 pitch. It is inside and almost hit Gordon, but he walks. So it's inside. The bases are now loaded for MFL MarMac, and up comes their leading hitter, Ben Cranbeer, who hit into a fielder's choice his last at-bat. Keel is at third, Shellhorn at second, Gordon is at first base. They've loaded it with 1 hit here in the top of the third inning, 1 out, and a golden opportunity here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is what you want if you're the Bulldogs, for sure.
From the stretch, offering is Schmidt, fastball that is lined sharply down the left field line, but it is hooking well. It'll make it out of play down the left field line, and the count is 0-1. Ballpark dimensions, 307, short porch there in left field, but it blows out to 396 in the left center field alley, and then comes back to 329 down the right field line. 0-1 pitch, taking it outside is Cranberry. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, Cranberry hit that first one hard, just really pulled it.
Blazers defensively early in the ball game, so they'll play normal depth here. They'll try to turn two in the middle. Cranberry nearly hit into a double play. His last at-bat. 1-1 pitch, fastball inside, and Cranberry looks it away. 2 balls and a strike now the count. So Schmidt falling behind.
Yeah, and no place to put Cranberry either.
Started with a walk to Keel as the count is 2-1. 2-1 pitch to Cranberry. It is high. The count is now 3-1. He's missed high with 3 times with the fastball. So there's been 2 walk issued in the inning, a total of 3 for Schmidt in this ball game. And Cranberry 3-1, looking at a great count to hit.
Yeah.
Here is the 3-1 fastball. Cranberry bouncing ball, glove backhanded by the third baseman White. He knocks it down, but his only play is the third base and take the force out there. He knocked it down, but because of Cranberry getting a good jump out of the box, I should say, they never had a chance to make a play at first. So Keel scores from third. Shellhorn forced out at third base. There's runners on second and first, and the Bulldogs have tied it up.
Yeah, just no chance to get that double play. Good hustle by Cranberry down the line. We saw him hit into a couple double plays the other night, so good hustle by him down the line and way to get that run in for the Bulldogs.
So Gordon is at second. Cranberry safe on the fielder's choice, credited with an RBI as Jackson Millage is up to bat. And Millage lines this into right center field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Gordon waved around from third. Engler hits a cutoff there, and Joe Engler sliding in safe is going to be Gordon. And the ball gets by the catcher Coyle. Heading on over to third base is Cranberry. Into second base is Millage. Millage, a base hit and an RBI. It is now 2-1 MFL MarMac in the lead.
Yeah, great piece of hitting by Jackson Millage. We've seen it all season from him. He's not afraid to take it the other way. Went with the pitch. Great hustle by Braden Gordon as well to score there.
So Cade Humble now up to bat. Bulldogs getting a 2-out hit from Millage. And Cade Humble bounced knocked to short his last at-bat. Runners on second and third, and air charged on the relay throw to the plate. But Gordon again was in there easily. So the Bulldogs looking to add on. Here's a high bouncing ball. Third baseman knocking it down in fair territory is White. He picks it up. The throw to first. It is not in time. And scoring is Gordon from third. A correction, Cranberry from third. So the ball was knocked down by White. And it was almost a question of was it fair or foul? Our home plate umpire said it's fair. White bobbled it. Humble legs it out. It's now 3-1 MFL MarMac in the lead.
Yeah, I think Carter White might have thought that ball was foul because he didn't have a whole lot of urgency. He did bobble it a little, but I think with a little more urgency, he could have made that play to first.
And Coach Mabe taking time to have a conversation on the mound with the entire team. So the Bulldogs have scored 3 runs in this inning. They've done it on 2 hits and helped out by 2 errors. So they have answered here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, stuff you just don't see a lot from Beckman.
Jaden Willie is up to bat. Willie, a strikeout victim, back in the second. And again, the Bulldogs, with 2 outs especially, Gordon was off and moving there and immediately waved in by Coach Gordon at third.
Yeah, and he was hustling. He had his head down and he was chugging for home.
And again, the errant throw to the plate as it got by the catcher Coyle allowed everybody else to move up. So again, situation now where Millage is at third. And staying at first base was Humble. Humble never got to second base there. They put the brakes on him late. But up to bat is Willie. Time taken by Beckman. They are now having their conversation. It's completed now at the mound. And I think they're just trying to get it out of here with an out and leave it at 3-1. And the offering from Schmidt delivers the fastball, overthrows it. It goes by the catcher Coyle. It's a wild pitch. Scoring from third, sliding in safe is going to be Millage. It is now 4-1 Bulldogs in the lead. They did not hesitate. That ball got by, and Millage races in from third.
Yeah, just a complete wild pitch there by Schmidt. No chance for Coyle to catch that. And the wheels are kind of falling off for Beckman right now.
Think about this. The Bulldogs have scored 4 runs in this inning on 2 hits. And that's, again, a wild pitch leads to that run, and especially after the conversation you just had on the mound.
Right. Yeah, as a coach, that's what drives you nuts. When you take that time out, you calm things down, and then immediately you make a mental error.
Pitch, obviously a ball to Willie, the 1-0 pitch, and he swings through the outside pitch there. It's a ball and a strike. So at second base is Humble, who moved over on the wild pitch. The top of the lineup, as a matter of fact, there's been a total of 6 Bulldogs to reach in a row. 1-1 offering, and Willie hits a high fly ball to center field. Plenty of room out there for Reese. He drifts over towards left center field, camps underneath it, makes the play for the third out of the inning. But for the Bulldogs, 4 runs. They do it on 2 hits, helped out by a couple of errors. We go to the bottom of the third. First lead for MFL MarMac, now at 4-1.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Here in the bottom of the third inning, Owen Coyle is up to bat. Coyle this season is 17 of 67. First pitch, it's a bouncing ball. Third baseman Cranbeer, edge of the infield, fields it, throws a strike over to the first baseman Millage, and it's one up and quickly one down here in the bottom of the third inning. That brings up Carter White now, the third baseman. White is the number 9 hitter in the lineup, 14 of 58 on the season. Parker Keel, third inning of work, swinging through the inside fastball is White. The count is 0-1. Dylan Raker is on deck. We were told here earlier by somebody, we didn't ask the right person, but it was Recker. 0-1 pitch, foul back, the count is 0-2. We had a hard enough time previous ball game. We had Knipper for Edco and Nepper for Don Bosco.
Yeah, no silent K's tonight in this game.
0-2 is now the count. So Kiel given a lead of 4-1 as the Bulldogs manufacturing runs in the top of the third. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball stayed outside. It goes to a ball and 2 strikes. We have some MFL MarMac players walking in front of us here. Not exactly, and nobody's carrying like a water jug or anything.
Yeah, maybe a restroom break or something.
Well, ball and 2 strikes. Swinging through the high fastball there is White. Strikeout number 4 recorded by Keel, and it's out number 2 here in the third.
Strikeout number 6, I believe.
Oh, you're right, correct.
Yeah, he struck out the side last time.
And he has actually struck out a total of 5 of the last 6 batters.
Yes, yes.
So yes, it is 6 Ks in 2 2/3 innings. So Dylan Raker up to bat was safe on an error and scored on what ended up being a wild pitch. So it's, again, that is the one run for the Blazers. They still have yet to have a hit. And popping it up is Raker, moving over towards the dugout. First base side there is Jackson Millage. He'll run out of room. That ball easily makes it past the dugout. The Bulldogs dugout up the first base side. And the count is now 0-1.
Yeah, it looked like Millage might have a chance at that, but I think the wind helped push it out of play.
Getting back to the 3 players walking in front of us, shouldn't you have thought about that before the game?
Maybe nerves, I don't know.
And here is now the 0-1 pitch, and taking it high for a ball is Raker, and it's a ball and a strike. It's not like, and they didn't go to the concession stand, thankfully.
Yeah, I've seen that in a junior high game before.
Unbelievable. A ball and a strike is the count. 1-1 fastball, fly ball, center field. Able to drift over to the left as Lightfoot has plenty of time. Camps underneath it, makes the play in left center field. That's the third out of the inning. A smooth bottom of the 3 for Beckman. No runs, no hits. They leave nobody. We've played 3. Again, our score, it is 4-1. Bulldogs in the lead. Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owners Brian Bugenhagen and Michael Beck, along with their staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, and by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC. Top of the fourth inning and a pitching change for the Blazers. Our new pitcher is number 9 coming into the ballgame for them, and that is going to be for, once again, the shortstop who moves in, Chase White. So White is the second pitcher of the night, and we'll talk about substitutions.
They just flip-flopped. So Chase White goes from shortstop to pitcher, and Schmidt goes from pitcher to shortstop.
All right, so to lead things off is Ty Wickner. So in this ball game, Schmidt goes a total of 3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, walked 3 batters, and actually struck out 1. So set to lead things off, Tice Wickner, the number 8 hitter who flew out to center field. His last at-bat, fastball popped up in the infield, drifting towards foul territory. The third baseman, Carter White drifts back towards fair territory and drops the ball in foul territory, coming back into the field of play. So it ends up being a strike and a break for the Bulldogs as that ball pushed back on White.
Yeah, that was almost really disastrous because that almost came back into fair territory. That was really close to being a fair ball.
And I think Coach Gordon is having that conversation with their home plate umpire, but again, he was right on top of the line.
Yeah, good job by our umpire making sure of that, but I think it was foul, but boy, was that close.
And again, the wind kind of blowing left to right, not as strong as it was earlier. And Wickner ends up with a break there on the strike. 0-1 pitch and bouncing ball right side of the infield. Second baseman Engler, first baseman I should say, able to come a couple of steps to his right. Glove it, races back to the bag, and Wickner bounces out to first. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the 4th. Another score to pass along. It is North Fayette Valley tying things up against Grundy Center. 2-2 at the end of 2.
Man, that's just a magical run for the Tiger Hawks. Hopefully they can keep it going.
And that's a team that is so young. And we saw him earlier this year, and Coach Hubden said, we got a good group of kids, just got to keep them at it. Curveball, Lightfoot slaps out for it there, reaches out for it, pops it up, foul territory. Near the fence is going to be Engler on the run. Joe Engler makes the catch there, drifting up against the fence down the first base line. Well tracked down by the first baseman for the Blazers. That's out number 2 here in the 4th.
Yeah, Joe Engler trying to take care of this inning all by himself.
Parker Keel up to bat. Keel started the rally in the 3rd inning when he walked. Stole a base, scored the first Bulldog run. Keel flew out to right field and again scored back in the 3rd inning. Takes a fastball, good healthy cut, misses it. The count is 0-1. Also at the end of 3 innings now, as far as how Mediapolis is doing, this is actually after 2 innings. Mediapolis leads to Durant 2-0. Keel pop-up, fouled on the left field line. Giving chase is the shortstop Schmidt along with White. Schmidt dives for it, but it's out of his reach. Great effort. And again, you're going up that hillside there, and it gets a little shaky there, and the Beckman coaches quickly go down to make sure he's okay. But great effort, but he just misses it.
Yeah, you worry about a wrist or something there, the way he dived. And like there's a little bit of a hill there, too, so he kind of dove into the hill, but he looks like he's all right.
Yeah, anytime you dive and you're heading uphill, that's trouble. But yeah, he's able to bounce back up. Good effort there by Jake Schmidt. Almost made a spectacular catch in foul territory down the line in left field. But the count is 0-2 now to Keel. In his first inning of work is Chase White. I knew that was kind of the plan tonight, that the Blazers figured to give them some different arms. The U2 offering, and White delivers the pitch there. It's fouled down the first base line, and Coach Larry Walters in the first base spot, still showing that he's got the ability to move. Oh, yeah. Correction. Yep.
Yeah, not a great ability, but he did get out of the way there.
Good enough.
He's been more nimble than that, but good job getting out of the way.
0-2 pitch, fastball inside, and now goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So 2 quick outs, top of the 4th inning. Bulldogs doing all of their scoring in the 3rd inning of this ball game after Beckman scored a run in the bottom of the 1st. 1-2 delivery. Keel lifts a high fly ball. This is to shallow right center field. Center fielder coming in, and the second baseman dives for it, and Recker tries to catch it over his shoulder. No luck. Keel safe at first, goes to second base, and he's safe there. That ball hung up there, and the center fielder, Reese, looked like he had a shot at it, but the second baseman, Raker, diving into the outfield basically, trying to catch it over his shoulder, goes off his glove. It'll go as a base hit, actually give him a double, as Keel ends up at second base.
Yeah, that's a really tough play for the second baseman. Give him credit for the effort here, but a lot easier play for the center fielder to make there.
And Reese, it looked like at first was going to be able to get underneath it like it was just a routine fly ball, but it never got the distance they were expecting. So that brings up Jacob Shellhorn. Shellhorn takes the pitch inside. The count is 1-0. Shellhorn is 1 for 1. He walked in the first, singled back in the third inning. So the Bulldogs, a 2-out situation here. And a runner in scoring position. White with the 1-0 pitch. High fly ball. This is to right center field. We've got a better read on this one as the right fielder drifts over into right center field. That is Engler able to camp underneath it, makes the play. That's the third out of the inning. So for the Bulldogs, no runs a hit. They leave a runner at second. Halfway through this one, Bulldogs lead 4-1.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Now in the bottom of the fourth inning, again our score, it is 4-1, MFL MarMac in the lead. It'll be Jake Schmidt, Joe Engler, Chase White. That will be 2, 3, and 4 in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Blazers looking for their first hit of the ball game. They scored a run in the first inning on an error, a sacrifice bunt, and a wild pitch. So to lead things off again is Schmidt, who had that sacrifice bunt. First pitch, let's say high fly ball. This is to right center field. And the light foot now called off by Gordon. He'll make the play in right field. Good communication by those two. Schmidt, first pitch of the inning, flies out to right field for out number 1.
Yeah, for a second they're a little worried it was going to be one of those I got it, you got it situations. But Gordon takes charge and makes the play.
Joe Engler now up to bat. Engler is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim back in the first inning. This ball game moving right along here in Dyersville tonight at Commercial Club Park, Jenk Field. And 1 out, the number 3 hitter up there for the Blazers. Keel's outside fastball sails away, and the count goes to 1-0. Listening to live coverage of this ball game on KCTN FM 100. You can also listen on the KCTN app. Also audio available on the KCTN YouTube channel. 1-0 pitch, fly ball. This is to deep right center field. Gordon on the run. It's over his head. It's going to be extra bases. It'll one-hop the fence. Engler goes into second base. Nice throw from Gordon, but sliding in safe is Joe Engler. The first base hit for the Blazers. It's a 1-out double by Joe Engler.
Yeah, and that's who you'd expect to get them going. He's definitely their best hitter and hits that one hard to the fence. Nice play by Gordon off the fence and making a strong throw, forcing a closer play at second.
He played it off the hop off the fence there. So Engler moves into scoring position as the Blazers try to chip away at a 4-1 deficit. Chase White, who is now the pitcher, is up to bat. White, a strikeout victim, back in the first. And Keel delivers out of the stretch, and the ball fouled up against the backstop. The count is 0-1. Mediapolis is a team that is 24-2 on the other side, a Durant team that's won 20-plus games. But overall, Mediapolis is considered the top team in this sub-state. 0-1 is the count. Keel delivers now the 0-1 pitch, and that's a pop-up. First baseman, that's going to be Millage, goes near the MFL MarMac dugout in the first base coach's box, calls for it, makes the play there, and that's out number 2. Millage played it well. White pops out into foul territory. Second out brings up Aiden Engler.
Yeah, big out there for the Bulldogs, getting the cleanup hitter with a nice, easy pop out to first.
Engler, a strikeout victim back in the second. Mediapolis again, 24-2. They are a team that has been in the top 10 all season long. One of these teams hoping to get a shot. And again, as far as where they're playing at, well, that'll all be determined tonight as that all plays out. So the pitch to Engler swings right through the fastball outside. The count is 0-1. Aiden Engler, as we mentioned, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a haul no matter who's got to play.
Yeah, Mediapolis is down their ways, assuming they win.
Right.
But it's going to be a long journey for someone.
0-1 is the count. The 0-1 offering and a little bit of a knuckler outside goes to a ball and a strike. But it could be played in Dubuque, maybe. I don't know if you go to Cedar Rapids from that far over.
Yeah, it's a lot of possibilities.
Durant wins that ball game. Either way, it's going to be likely at a neutral site. 1-1 pitch, fly ball, routine fly ball. Braden Gordon in right field, kind of drifts over towards his left, makes the play on the run, and that's the third out of the inning. For the Blazers, no runs ahead. They leave a runner in scoring position. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and MFL MarMac still leads by a score of 4-1.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors, where we've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Carr Auto Group online at KARAutogroup.com, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase and All Wine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Top of the 5th inning, Bulldogs lead 4-1. To lead things off, Braden Gordon swung through the first pitch outside for a strike. This one a ball as Chase White in his second inning of relief for the Blazers. MFL MarMac has 4 runs, 4 hits in this ball game. They have not committed an error. Beckman has no runs, 1 hit. They've committed 2 errors. Swinging through the high fastball is Gordon, and the count goes to now 1-2. Gordon singled in the first, walked and scored as part of the 4-run inning for MFL MarMac, as they had threatened early in this ball game. Every inning, actually 3 out of the first 4 innings, they put a runner in scoring position. Meanwhile, here's a shot hit off the end of the bat that is foul, gloved there by the first baseman, Joe Engler, in foul territory. It remains a ball and 2 strikes. Part of that inning, though, that third inning, that 4-run inning, again, you had a couple of walks in that inning, helped out by an error with the pressure on. Wild pitch mixed in there. 1-2 is now the count to Gordon. 1-2 pitch, high fastball. Gordon stays away from it, not tempted, behind on the count. Evened up at 2-2. Not so much concerned about the Blazers pitcher because this is White, the second pitcher of the night. But as far as Keel through the first 4 innings.
Yeah, he's only had 52 pitches, 8 each of the last 2 innings.
2-2 pitch, fastball paints the corner on the outside. Gordon caught looking, strikeout number 1 for White. It's out number 1 here on the top of the 5th.
Yeah, so Parker Keel's in good shape right now. But like we said, they're probably going to ride him as long as he's pitching well.
Cranbeer has bounced into 2 fielders' choices, but also scored a run as part of that 3rd inning. The Bulldogs had 6 in a row reach in the 3rd inning, and that, again, took advantage of their best threat. Pitch outside, the count is 1-0. White, similar to Schmidt on the mound for the Blazers.
Yeah, I would say they're very similar pitchers, so not a huge change for the Bulldog batters to see here.
1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch, and this is a high pop-up, and I mean a major league pop-up, head to the infield. Jake Schmidt drifts back on the grass, comes on in, gets underneath it, and Cranbeer pops out highly to shortstop for out number 2. And that brings up now Jackson Millage, the first baseman. Millage had a key base hit and then scored on what ended up being an error thrown to the plate. And he is also 1 for 2 as he hit into a fielder's choice his first at-bat. Again, the Bulldogs' first 7 batters are all seniors. So this is a team with plenty of experience. Curveball, nice breaker there. As a matter of fact, turning the shoulder in was Millage. He thought it was maybe going to hit him, but it bends back to the strike zone.
Yeah, fooled Millage there a little bit.
0-1 is now the count. Blazers trying to have a 1-2-3 top of the 5th. Fastball high, ducking out of the way is Millage of that one, and it's evened up at a ball and a strike.
And that one he did need to move for.
Again, we'll be following Grundy Center and North Fayette Valley. We have another update. They have now played 3, and it is 3-2. Grundy Center leads North Fayette Valley. Fastball, checking his swing was Millage. They'll appeal to first base. He did not go, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. That's at the end of 3 at Grundy Center. Also at the end of 4, Mediapolis leads Durant 2-0 at the end of 4. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 fastball, late swing by Millage, and you better be on your toes. It almost ended up in the dugout, and it actually hit just in front of the dugout, but that dugout was moving, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that didn't miss going in by much.
Evened up at 2-2, and with 2 outs. So Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. Lights on here at Commercial Club Park. 2-2 pitch, fastball, bouncing ball, shortstop charging it is Schmidt. Edge of the grass fields it, throws a strike to his first baseman Engler. Millage bounces out to short for the 3rd out of the inning. So for MFL MarMac, they go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is still 4-1, MFL MarMac in the lead. Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Energy consumers everywhere are getting calls and texts from scammers. The callers threaten to shut off their power if payment is not made immediately. Don't fall for it. Never give out financial or personal information to someone who calls claiming to be from your provider. When in doubt, always call your utility and get the facts. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Now in the bottom of the 5th inning, it will be Tate Reese, Cooper Wolf, Owen Coyle to lead things off. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup, and a pitching change for MFL MarMac. Parker Keel goes 4 innings, allowing 1 hit, no runs, walking nobody, and striking out 6. It really only given up 1 hard-hit ball in this ball game. They're going to go to Jacob Shellhorn, and part of this is they've got seniors, and maybe this is the game plan, not let them to go through another time through the lineup.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Well, Jacob Shellhorn comes into the ball game, which means that Carter Lightfoot moves in from center to short. Parker Keel is over there at first base. We mentioned the pitch count wasn't an issue for Keel.
No, he could have kept going. He was pitching well, but, this way, if you are able to win this, he could go in that next game. You've got a lot of confidence in Jacob Shellhorn. We've talked about them being kind of 1A, 1B pitchers for you this year. So, interesting move, but you've got to have confidence in your seniors.
Well, that's the big thing. I mean, they've both thrown in tournament games in the past. Shellhorn, this will be his 9th appearance. He is 4-1 on the season, 38 innings, allowed 32 hits. He has allowed 12 earned runs. Big thing is, though, only 9 walks and 43 strikeouts. He's got a 2.17 ERA. Keel's is 1.45. So, yeah, they're 1A and 1B.
Yeah. And technically, Keel could come back.
Yes.
I don't kind of see that happening, but it's possible.
But I don't think Beckman minds at all to get another opportunity at a different pitcher. Fastball swinging right through it. There's Reese. The count is 0-1. The other thing is the 5 through 9 hitters for Beckman are a combined 0 for 7 in this ball game. And here is now the 0-1 delivery to Reese. Fastball outside. The count is 1-1 rather. So Keel had struck out, by the way, of those outs, 4 of them were strikeouts. So he had dominated that part of the lineup.
Yeah.
So the fastball outside by Shellhorn, the count is 2-1.
And Keel and Shellhorn are different pitchers as well, so we'll give them a little bit different of a look.
Yeah, one's right-handed, one's left-handed.
Yep.
2-1 offering. Shellhorn fastball outside. The count is 3-1. And as we say, he doesn't walk many, but the count is 3-1.
Yeah, and this you don't want to start with a walk for sure here.
3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1 pitch comes back with a fastball swinging through the outside pitch. There is Reese. And it's not like Shellhorn doesn't have a lively fastball either.
Right. No, he can throw it. He probably, his off-speed stuff is better, but he's got a good fastball.
And 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch, fouled up against the backstop area. We'll do a full count here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. But again, it surprises us maybe a little bit. But Keel did throw 6 innings the other night. We mentioned we thought in the 7th inning, maybe gotten a little tired. 3-2 pitch, fastball, it is high. It is ball number 4. So that is a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 5th inning as Tate Reese, with a full count, took the pitch high. First walk issued by either Bulldog pitcher tonight.
Yeah, and that's that's not what you're looking for if you're the Bulldogs. I'm kind of stating the obvious, but Shellhorn needs to find the strike zone here and try and get out of this.
Cooper Wolf is up to bat. Wolf a strikeout victim. So a runner on first base with nobody out. Fastball, high pop up in the infield. Millage into foul territory, moves up the line. He's calling for it in front of the MFL MarMac dugout, and popping out into foul territory is Wolf. It's 1 out here as that pop-up tracked down easily by Millage.
Yeah, and that helps a lot, getting an out on one pitch like that. That might settle Shellhorn down a little bit, too.
Owen Coyle now up to bat. Coyle bounced out to third. But I don't think you question at all Coach Gordon making this decision because they've had such confidence. We saw Cranberry coming in the other night.
Right.
First pitch, and it's a high fly ball. This is to center field. Keel drifting back, still on the run, turns, is back to the play, gets underneath it, tracks it down near the 396 sign, about 25 feet in front of that. Keel able to get underneath it. Coyle flies out to center field.
A good hard hit by Coyle, but that's another reason that you put Parker Keel in center field. You're pretty confident, and he's going to catch pretty much anything in the air out there.
Yeah, it's a case there that, Lightfoot can step into shortstop position there, certainly hold his own, but it makes your outfield absolutely so much better.
Yeah, and Lightfoot's not a bad outfield, but Parker Keel's just that good out there.
So the Carter White is up to bat, swings through the first pitch, actually got a piece of it. The count is 0-1. So after the leadoff walk, you've seen Shellhorn just finding his rhythm there.
Yeah, kind of settled down a little bit after that leadoff walk.
Shellhorn is all about tempo on the mound. Does a really good job, again, getting on the mound and wants to work. 0-1 is the count. 0-1 curveball. Ooh, just inside. The count is 1-1. But again, he throws a couple of different pitches.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty good curve there, but must have just missed inside.
A ball and a strike is the count. Bottom of the lineup here for the Blazers, the number 9 spot. 1-1 pitch, and it's a high fly ball. This is to left field. Giving chase is nearing there, able to get underneath it, tracks it down in left center field. Spacious outfield, and it's defended well by the Bulldogs as White flies out to left field. We've played 5, and MFL MarMac still leads here by a score of 4-1.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Top of the 6th inning, it is 4-1. MFL MarMac in the lead. It'll be Cade Humble, Jaden Willie, and Tice Wickner to lead things off already in the top of the 6th inning as Chase White in his 3rd inning of relief bounces the first pitch to the outside, and the count is 1-0. Blazers scored their run in the first. Bulldogs scoring theirs in the 3rd inning. Ball fouled up against the backstop by Humble, and it goes to a ball and a strike.
This game's moving right along.
At the end of 4 innings, Grundy Center still leads North Fayette Valley 3-2. And also at the end of 4 innings, Mediapolis leads Durant. Score of 2-0 in that ball game. We'll continue to keep you up to date. 1-1 offering to Humble. It looks a high fly ball on the left field line. Giving chase is Cooper Wolf. That ball drifting near the line, and it's going to end up just foul. Wolf did a great job closing in on it, but it ends up just fouled on the left field line near the 307 sign, and it's a long strike, the count 1-2.
Yeah, very similar to, I can't remember which Beckman player it was, but someone kind of hooked one just like that for Beckman at the beginning of the game.
By the way, another score as well in Class 1A. This may be of area interest. Keyhigh leads Southwind 1-0 at the end of 4. So that ball game going on tonight as well. Meanwhile, 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Humble. The 1-2 offering reaches for the outside curveball, cannot get to it. Strikeout number 2 for Chase White. It's out number 1 here in the 6th.
Yeah, Humble just not able to reach that one.
And that brings up now here Kyler Nearing is the position up in the lineup. He's being DH'd for, though, by Jaron Willie, I should say. And Jaron is 0 for 2. He struck out in the first and flew out to center field. So 1 out here, top of the 6th inning, and he reaches for that outside curveball there. He's seen a heavy dose of curveballs and misses that one outside. The count is 0-1.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to see 2 more here. If he was smart, he'd just sit back and wait on one of them.
0-1 is the count. The 0-1 pitch, it's another curveball, and that's across the strike zone there. It was a little bit closer, but he took it. The count is 0-2. Yep, I don't think there's any questioning what you're going to see here until proven otherwise, right?
Yep.
0-2 the count. White's 0-2 pitch, curveball that broke in front of the plate outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's got to prove to him that he can hit that curve before they're going to throw him a fastball.
This is the bottom of the lineup now here for the Bulldogs. 7 spot in the lineup. A baseball game going faster than what our softball game did today.
Yeah.
We're in the 6th inning and a game a little over an hour old. Fastball swinging through the outside. Fastball there is a Willie. Back-to-back Ks recorded by White. 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. White with his 3rd K in relief. Tice Wickner's up to bat, the young 8th grader. It's funny, you go all those seniors, and then here comes an 8th grader up to bat. Wickner is 0 for 2. Flew out to center field and bounced out to first. Takes the first pitch away, and the count is 1-0. Meanwhile, Chase White has only given up 1 hit in now his 3rd inning of work. 1-0 is the count. And now the 1-0 offering to Wickner, and he swings through a fastball, couldn't get to it. A little bit high, but it was a strike, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, healthy cut there by Wickner.
Both the Whites had some easy innings. The only hit he gave up was with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1-1 pitch outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Wickner, the left-handed hitting catcher, has again put the ball into play twice. And 2 balls and a strike. Lights are on. 2 balls and a strike. Wickner fouls that one on a play. We'll do it again. At now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, maybe helped White out a little bit on that one.
But our sun's gone tonight as we finish this one underneath the lights. We had a little bit of shadows earlier, and no major effect in this game at all. 2 balls and 2 strikes. White's 2-2 pitch. Wickner swings right through it, so he strikes out the side. White does. That'll give him 4 in his 3 innings of relief. Bulldogs go down in order. We now head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And MFL MarMac still leads by a score now of 4-1.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366 today.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
So we now go here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the lineup up here for the Bulldogs, Dylan Raker, Jake Schmidt, Joe Engler, and a pitching change for MFL MarMac. And it will be, once again, Keel coming back into the ball game. So the pitch is high. The count is 1-0. So Parker Keel coming in for relief of a game he started. And 1-0 to Raker and the top of the lineup. Raker lifts a foul ball out of play. The count is now a ball and a strike.
Yeah.
So Shellhorn went 1 inning, allowed no hits, no runs, 1 walk, striking out nobody. Did have a couple of deeper fly balls, but I think the thinking's got to be here that you want Parker to face the top of the lineup.
That's my guess.
1-1 pitch, fouled down the right field line out of play. The count is a ball and 2 strikes.
Maybe you save him a few pitches, I guess, and then, you got him back for the top of the lineup.
If you were thinking about, well, it's a case there of, we know the pitch count issue there, but we need Shellhorn to maybe give us an inning in this ball game, and maybe they decided 5th inning is going to be it.
Yeah, in the bottom of the order.
1-2 pitch, a bouncing ball foul at the third base line. We'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes.
That may have played into it as well, facing the bottom of the order. So, yeah, maybe they needed 1 inning from Shellhorn, and he gave it to him in the middle of the game. Just kind of a different strategy here, but it may work out.
Yeah, and so Keel, maybe a chance to get the save along with the win.
Yeah.
A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. That ball's lined to right field, right at Braden Gordon. Takes a step in, now drifts a step back, gets underneath it, and it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Later stages of our ball game here now, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, and this is a big inning for Beckman. Top of their order up. If they want to score some runs, now's the time to do it.
And this was their best scoring opportunity in the ball game after the first inning was when Engler, who's waiting on deck, doubled with 1 out. But that brings up Jake Schmidt. Schmidt sacrifice bunt and flew out to right field. Fastball is high. The count is 1-0. So again, Keel had only thrown, 52 pitches through the first 4 innings?
Correct, yep.
And again, 1-0 is now the count. So the 1-0 offering and a ball that is lined to right center field. Gordon on the run, drifting over there, able to get underneath it, makes the plays. He kind of backpedals into it. Tracks it down, back-to-back balls hit to the right fielder Gordon, but he's able to make the play, and it's 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th.
Yeah, very nice play by Braden Gordon there. That's not an easy ball to track down, so good job keeping his feet and getting to that one out
Brings
there.
up now here Joe Engler, the first baseman. Engler struck out in the first, doubled in the 4th inning, and that's the hardest hit ball for the Blazers in this ball game when he one-hopped the fence in right field. But again, time coming up here where there's no chance to drive in runs. One of the Blazers' top hitter at the number 3 spot. First offering from Keel, and it's a ball that is popped up right side of the infield. Drifting into foul territory will be, again, Millage. Drifts just across the line, step behind the edge of the infield, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Keel smooth sailing in the bottom of the 6th as the Blazers go down in order. We go to the top of the 7th, still 4-1. Bulldogs in the lead.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People State Bank. People State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right, 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People State Bank, member FDIC.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by Kay in Monona, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Vaga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. We are already in the top of the 7th inning, and it is 4-1, MFL MarMac in the lead. Carter Lightfoot, Parker Keel, Jacob Shellhorn. That is 9-1-2 to lead things off for the Bulldogs as they look for some insurance here in the top of the 7th inning. Lightfoot is 0 for 2 in this ball game. Bounced out to short, popped out to first. First offering from Chase White. Bouncing ball hit to the shortstop Schmidt. Able to field it cleanly there. Nice throw thrown to Engler. Lightfoot hustles down the line, makes it interesting, but he bounces out to short. 1 up and 1 down here in the 7th.
Yeah, Lightfoot's got great speed down the line. He's made some close plays that shouldn't be over there.
All right, so with 1 out, Parker Keel is up to bat. If you're looking ahead to the Blazers in the bottom of the 7th inning, they'll send up 4, 5, and 6. Chase White, Aiden Engler, and Tate Reese. Up to bat, the leadoff hitter in Parker Keel. Keel pops up the first pitch. Second baseman drifting into the outfield in Raker. He's called off by the shortstop Schmidt. Easier play for him. Schmidt makes it the play there. And that's out number 2 very quickly here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 outs here. We're just trying to get to the 7th.
Keel, who had reached base twice in this ball game, is now 1 for 3 with a double and also scored a run. So Jacob Shellhorn is up to bat. Shellhorn is 1 for 2, singled in the 3rd inning, flew out to right field. He also walked earlier in the game. And the first offering to Shellhorn, and it's a curveball inside. The count is 1-0, and they call it a strike. White has been really good. Chase White in his 4th inning of relief here now for the Blazers.
Yeah, the Keel's the only hit that's been against him.
0-1 pitch, soft fly ball, right field. Coming in, make the play is Aiden Engler on the run, and the Bulldogs quietly go down in the top of the 7th inning. But we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Bulldogs 3 outs away from trying to get to the sub-state final for the 2nd time in 3 years. Let's take this break.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams and enjoy the weather and get your kids' summer checkups with Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Chase Bruner, and Dr. Daphne Hoffler. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Welcome back to Dyersville. 4-1, bottom of the 7th inning. And another pitching change for MFL MarMac. It will be Jacob Shellhorn coming in relief of Parker Keel, who came in for relief of Jacob Shellhorn, who came in for relief to Parker Keel. So this will be, and again, this goes to the math. You have Keel below 65 pitches, which would keep him eligible for the ball game on Tuesday night. So Shellhorn in to finish things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He was solid in his 1 inning of relief. Meanwhile, for Beckman, here in the bottom of the 7th inning, they'll lead things off here with Chase White. White takes the first pitch. It's a curveball outside. The count is 0-1. Chase White, Aiden Engler, Tate Reese. That is 4, 5, and 6 in the Blazer lineup here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So just looking for base runners here. Curveball that breaks across the strike zone, and the count is 0-2.
A great start by Shellhorn here, too. Really good breaking pitches.
Yeah, that's the difference there. Again, Shellhorn has a repertoire of pitches, not just those two. 0-2 pitch, curveball, caught, looking there is White. Strikeout number 1 recorded by Shellhorn, and it's out number 1 here in the 7th.
Yeah, 3 straight breaking pitches on that outside corner, and Chase White just couldn't pull the trigger on any of them.
Another update, Grundy Center still leads North Fayette Valley 3-2 at the end of 5. Meanwhile, going into the bottom of the 6th inning, Mediapolis leads Durant 3-0. Up to bat is Aiden Engler, who is 0 for 2, struck out, flew out to right field, takes a curveball for a strike. I'd say a little extra bounce in the step of Shellhorn, and the count is 0-1.
Yeah, he might be able to get a little bit more velocity on his pitches with his adrenaline right now.
0-1 is the count, and the 0-1 offering, fastball fouled back. As a matter of fact, the ball was fouled, went off of Wickner, then went off the bat again, and it goes foul where Coach Gordon showing some hustle, getting the ball back against the backstop. But the count is 0-2. So Shellhorn dealing here in the bottom of the 7th inning with a 4-1 lead. It's been that way since the 3rd inning. 0-2 is the count. Shellhorn's 0-2 curveball, bouncing ball, one hopper. Humble digs it out of the dirt. Humble on the line drive. goes over to the left and just basically falls down and makes the play, ranging to the left. Line out for out number 2.
Yeah, great play by Cade Humble there. He's kind of leaning towards the center of the infield, but dives back to his left and makes a tremendous play digging that out of the dirt.
Tate Reese is up to bat. Reese, a strikeout victim in the second, walked in the 5th inning. The Blazers are down to their final out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So a situation here where Shellhorn only allowed one batter to reach. That was on a walk, and now his 2nd inning of relief. And the first offering there is a fastball. It is a strike, and the count is 0-1 to Reese. Fastball on the inside. And we mentioned there's a little more oomph on these fastballs right now.
Yeah, he's feeling it out there.
And set to deliver now, the 0-1 pitch. And there's a fastball swinging through the outside pitch. There is Reese. Blazers down to their final out, final strike here. So 0-2 is now the count. MFL MarMac leading 4-1. Time taken by Reese. Steps out of the box and now back in with the count at 0-2. So Shellhorn delivers, quick pitch, 0-2 pitch, fastball outside. It goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Bulldog fans wanted that one.
We talked about the strength of this team is pitching, and it has been on display tonight. A ball and 2 strikes is now the count. Shellhorn's 1-2 pitch, curveball outside. It goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, trying to get him to chase one there.
They've only walked 1 batter in this ball game.
And it was Tate Reese.
Yep, and they have combined for 7 strikeouts. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shellhorn's 2-2 pitch. Fastball just misses outside. Shellhorn took a step towards the dugout. It's ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, trying to get that call in the outside corner or trying to get the hitter to chase there.
Reese, again, fighting at the plate. Trying to get a base runner on here for the Blazers in the bottom of the 7th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch. High pop-up, out of play. It'll drift, and we'll do it again with a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Good job by Reese spoiling that one. Keeps himself alive here.
Blazers have 1 hit in this ball game. That was a double by Engler. After the 1st inning, they have not had a batter reach 3rd base. Raker was safe on an error, advanced to 2nd on a sacrifice, then actually scored on a wild pitch, and that's been it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch, high fly ball. This is to the left center field alley. Keel on the run, drifts into left center field, makes the play on the run, and that'll do it. The Bulldogs, for the 2nd time in 3 years, head to the sub-state final. It is MFL MarMac coming into Beckman and winning by a final score of 4-1 as Parker Keel and Jacob Shellhorn combine on a 1-hitter. With the win, the Bulldogs are 24-6. Beckman closes the season with a record of 14-16. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to MFL MarMac Tournament Baseball from KCTN Sports.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
For generations, local farmers have trusted Freedom Bank to provide the financial backing they need to succeed. We have a long tradition of empowering success, and that continues today. We offer competitive financing options at competitive rates, whether for equipment purchases, building construction, land purchases, or operating capital. Visit one of Freedom Bank's experienced ag loan professionals in Elkader, Monona, Postville, and Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, and by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport, Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC. Welcome back to Dyersville. It is MFL MarMac winning this district ball game tonight as, again, they advance to the sub-state final coming up on Tuesday night. Mediapolis leading their ball game at last report. We want to double-check that. Mediapolis led 2-0. That game was in the 6th inning. Meanwhile, it is North Fayette Valley playing right now a heck of a ball game against Grundy Center. At the end of the 6th inning, Grundy Center leads North Fayette Valley still 3-2 as the Tiger Hawks will try to get something going in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, that's good. Man, North Fayette Valley just really continuing that Cinderella run.
MFL MarMac, a team deep pitching-wise as they take a team photo after winning this district championship tonight. So they'll head to the sub-state final. But MFL MarMac, we talk about their depth pitching-wise, and it was on display tonight. Parker Keel ends up going 5 innings. He threw the 4th and then the 6th. Parker Keel the win, 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, walked nobody, struck out 6. Jacob Shellhorn came in relief in the 5th inning and in the 7th inning, and Shellhorn goes 2 innings, no hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 1 in this ball game. They combine on a 1-hitter. And for Beckman, it's 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors. MFL MarMac, 4 runs, only on 4 hits, but 1 error, but they made the most of their opportunity in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, they took advantage. A couple of mistakes by Beckman, and the Bulldogs definitely took advantage. They weren't hitting line shots all over the field, but they did just enough and took advantage when Beckman gave them the opportunity.
Blazers scored the early run in this ball game in the 1st inning, where Dylan Raker was safe on an error, able to advance to second base on a sacrifice. It advanced to 3rd there on what ended up being a pass ball and scored on a wild pitch for the game's 1st run. So they scored a run there without the benefit of a hit in the 1st inning. That would be their only runner to reach 3rd base in this ball game. The only other hit came from Joe Engler, who doubled in the 4th inning with 1 out. And that was the only other runner to reach second base in this ball game tonight for Beckman.
Yeah, the Bulldog pitchers, Keel and Shellhorn, were just on again tonight. And we've seen it 2 times in a row from Keel. And Shellhorn chipped in there as well. And a really interesting strategy from Coach Gordon, but it paid off and it really worked well.
Yeah, we'll talk to him. We'll find out more about that. Meanwhile, it was 1-0. Beckman led till the 3rd. With 1 out, Parker Keel walked, stole a base. Jacob Shellhorn had a base hit. Gordon walked. Fielder's choice, moved the runners over. Jackson Millage had a base hit in an RBI. Bulldogs scored a run, by the way, in that process on a wild pitch. It was Cade Humble safe on an error. That led to another run. And MFL MarMac scored 4 runs in the 3rd inning on 2 hits, helped out actually by 2 errors in the inning. And it was more than enough as they made it stand up by a final score of 4-1. We're joined right now by MFL MarMac baseball coach Paul Gordon. Coach, first off here, tonight, going to the bullpen, different ways of going to the bullpen.
Yeah, it's nice when a plan works out. Kept Parker under his pitches. Jake did a great job. Had a save in 2 different innings.
So was that the game plan coming into tonight?
It was a plan. We had to see how the game was going to play out. It played out kind of like the plan just worked out.
So he comes in the 5th inning, and you knew you still had some pitches to play with for Keel in the 6th, right?
Yep, he went back in there and faced the top and did a great job. Stayed under the pitches, got out of it there in the 6th, and Jacob closed it out there in the 7th.
And obviously, you saw Cranberry come in the other night. You know what your guys can do, and that's the strength of this team.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Still have everybody eligible. Everybody contributed tonight. We just put the ball in play, took what they gave us, we had some opportunities we didn't capitalize on, but that big 4-run inning was huge.
All right, also defensively, that's another strength of this team tonight. Cade Humble made a nice play at second base. Parker Keel able to cover ground when he was forced to play out there. Yeah. Braden Gordon had a good game for you in right field, too.
Everybody playing good defense. It's super. I got to give a shout-out to Carter Lightfoot.
Yep.
We got an all-district center fielder, and when you can put a kid in there and not lose anything out in center field, and then you bring in your number 2, and he can move over there to shortstop and give you a good game defensively. Shout out to him.
And then he plays second base for you sometimes, too.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely, especially up the middle there defensively.
Great athlete.
All right, let's talk a little bit now about offensively. All your offense coming in the third inning, but the big thing was putting the ball in play, I think, was a big story.
Yeah, they put it in play. I preach it and preach it and preach it. In high school baseball, you put the ball in play, good things will happen.
We should also mention Jackson Millich had a good game defensively for you there as well, but he had a big hit in that third inning.
Yeah, Jackson came through again, had a big hit last game, another big hit this game.
All right, now Mediapolis leads Durant 2-0 in the 6th inning of that ball game. We don't know if you're going to play Mediapolis, but do you know anything about Mediapolis or Durant?
Nah, not a whole lot. We'll have to do some studying.
All right, the other thing is, obviously you mentioned, who do you look to throw? You got everybody available.
Well, yeah, we'll see when we get there.
You tipped us off last ball game. We thought maybe you'd tip us off this time too.
I think we have to go with what's working. I'd say Parker's back. We'll see how he feels. I don't want to overwork him, but we'll see how he feels and see how it goes.
All right. Obviously, second time in 3 years to the sub-state final. Good job, Coach. Congratulations on the victory. We'll talk to you before Tuesday's game.
Thanks, Dan.
You betcha. MFL MarMac baseball coach Paul Gordon talking things over about his Bulldog team. They are victorious tonight by a final score of 4-1. As again, they advance here in the baseball tournament and will play on Tuesday night, which will be our next broadcast here on KCTN FM 100. So we'll take a break. When our post-game show continues, still hoping to talk with Beckman head coach Ryan Mabe, and we'll have the game stats as well. You've been listening to high school softball and baseball all day long here on KCTN FM 100. Back with more after this. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Bulldog Tournament Baseball is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Carr Auto Group online at karautogroup.com, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase and All Wine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, and Rivals Inc., Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Welcome back again to Dyersville. Post-game show continues. We got a couple of finals. North Fayette Valley comes up short on the road at Grundy Center. Grundy Center beating North Fayette Valley tonight by a final score of 3-2 as the Tigerhawks, with a great tournament run, going to Grundy Center tonight, pushing them 7 innings and dropping a one-run ball game on the road.
Yeah, even with that loss, what a magical postseason for the Tigerhawks. They're gonna start next season off really strong. I have a feeling they got, I think, everyone back, right? Did they have a senior?
The Hines kid was a senior for them, one of them.
One senior.
But yeah, it's a case there though of they won 6 in a row, won 7 games total, but 6 of them in a row, and especially 2 of them in the postseason. And again, we're going to talk about this. We talked a bit during the broadcast, but Coach Hovden said, we've got a bunch of kids that love baseball. Even when they were struggling, he's like, they're really starting to buy in. He's like, there's a future here, and man, great effort tonight.
Yeah. You don't when you see a team struggle like that, you don't expect the coach to be so upbeat. But Coach Hovden was. He like you said, he kind of knew what he had, and he knew his kids would get better and develop, and he's excited to work with that young core.
He kind of knows what he's doing, by the way.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
All right, and another final, Mediapolis wins over Durant 3-0. So Mediapolis and MFL MarMac will play in a ball game Tuesday night, which will be the sub-state final, and site to be determined. I don't expect to find out before we're out of here tonight, but if we do, we certainly will pass that along. But we know we'll be there Tuesday night. Game time 7 o'clock. The On Deck show starts at 6:30 here on KCTN. Let's go through the individual totals for MFL MarMac. Parker Keel gets the win. Jacob Shellhorn the save. Keel, 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, walked nobody, struck out 6. Shellhorn went 2 innings, no hits, no runs, walked 1, and struck out 1. Individual totals for MFL MarMac. Parker Keel 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Jacob Shellhorn was 1 for 3. Braden Gordon was 1 for 2 with a run scored. Ben Cranbeer 0 for 3 but scored a run. Jackson Millage 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run. Cade Humble was 0 for 3. Was 0 for 3. Jaron Woolley was 0 for 3. Tice Wickner 0 for 3. Carter Lightfoot was 0 for 3. Again for MFL MarMac, 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. For Beckman, 1 run, 1 hit. They committed 2 errors. For the Blazers in this ball game, Dylan Raker was 0 for 3, scored their lone run. Jake Schmidt 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. Joe Engler 1 for 3. He had the lone Blazer hit. That was a double in the 4th. Chase White along with Aiden Engler were 0 for 3. Tate Reese, Cooper Wolf, Owen Coyle, and Carter White all went 0 for 2 in this ball game. They went with 2 pitchers. And it was Jake Schmidt started this ball game. 3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 1. And finishing for them was Chase White. White went 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs, walked nobody, and struck out 4. Again, our final score, 4-1, MFL MarMac victorious over Beckman. We'll take a break. We hope to talk with Blazers baseball coach Ryan Mabe, and we'll talk about what's next here. I know our softball coverage comes to an end, but we'll preview the Mediapolis MFL MarMac Sub-State Baseball Final. That and more when our post-game show continues after this. Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Energy consumers everywhere are getting calls and texts from scammers. The callers threaten to shut off their power if payment is not made immediately. Don't fall for it. Never give out financial or personal information to someone who calls claiming to be from your provider. When in doubt, always call your utility and get the facts. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Welcome back to Dyersville. We're joined by Beckman baseball coach Ryan Mabe. Coach, first off here, start you were looking for in this ball game. Got an early lead, manufactured a run in the first inning.
Yeah, really the goal in the postseason, try to get one an inning. Not trying to get, if you can have a big inning, have a big inning, but just trying to manufacture a run any way you can. Obviously want to get a lead early. We did that. Couldn't add on at any point.
And I think 6 of the 7 innings, that was Blazer baseball. It had a tough third inning, which ends up being the difference in the game.
Yeah, no, it's tough. Things changed a little bit throughout the season, kind of moved guys around. Dylan's our normal third baseman at second base. Arm troubles he would have threw tonight. I was not trying to save him for next round. That was just didn't bounce back as well as he wanted to. His arm didn't feel good, and he's going to pitch in college, so I wasn't going to try to ruin that for him. So that's why he was at second base tonight. Just balls that we couldn't make plays on, and they took advantage of it.
All right, Jake Schmidt went 3 innings for you. Chase White with 4 innings, and I think they did exactly what you were hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, the goal was Jake to either go 3 or 4 innings and then go to Chase. Chase threw really, really well. Jake threw fine as well. Just, again, 1 inning that kind of blew up on us. Maybe I should have a quicker hook on him, but it is what it is. Just got to live with it. But when you only put one run on the board, it's hard to win ball games.
Yeah, and that was the trouble tonight. You had a double for your only base hit in the ball game. Tough to get base runners.
Yeah, I mean, in high school baseball, ground ball is probably what you want. Ground balls, we saw what happened. There was a couple balls got booted around when we hit ground balls, but I'd also think we hit all the barrels. 1 through 9, I thought we swung it pretty well. We had our 8-hitter hit a ball, probably 380 to center field. That's a homer in a lot of parks. It's a fly out here, unfortunately. So can't really knock them. I'm just proud of our seniors. Our seniors all were part of the state championship team, so they have that they can, always rest on, that they were at the top. Not many kids get to be at the top.
Yeah, absolutely there. So you talk about your seniors there. How many seniors you have exactly?
5 seniors.
All right, so that's a good group there. But I think you feel like you've got some younger kids that play bigger roles for you this year, and the future is always looking bright.
Oh, for sure. No, the great thing about Beckman baseball is we all have guys that are ready to come back in and fill holes. So I expect us to be where we're at next year. Got to be better non-conference. I think we struggled non-conference this year. That's why our record wasn't as good, but got to be more consistent there. But, we should be ready to go next year. Sucks tonight, but definitely looking forward to the future. So.
All right, Coach. Thanks for joining us on the post-game show. Good luck. Hope to catch up with you guys in the future.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate
Again, Beckman coach Ryan Mabe talking things over there about his Blazer team as they drop a 4-1 decision. We're joined again by Coach Sass. Been a long day for us, so we can wrap up our post-game show. Let's get you an update on Key High South win.
Yeah, the last update I had was Key High was still ahead 1-0 through 5.5 innings, I believe.
All right, so that ball game in the later stages. Meanwhile, North Fayette Valley losing at Grundy Center tonight, 3-2, but nothing at all for the Tiger Hawks feel bad about, as they have maybe sent a message to how that program is going to bounce back in the future. And for MFL MarMac, it's now Mediapolis is who they will face. Mediapolis victorious tonight over Durant by a score of 3-0. And it's funny, you talk to some MFL MarMac coaches and fans, it's like they're so far down there, usually you don't know anything about them. You haven't played anybody near you.
Exactly, yeah. Mediapolis is a ways down there. It's hard to believe they're in the same sub-state, but they are. And, yeah, they've had a heck of a year just by looking at their records. And I think we were talking earlier, I think it was off air, but you mentioned how they've got a pitcher that has just really been dominant. So we'll have to see if he threw tonight and how much he threw tonight. He may go, he may not. A lot of variables yet to be determined in that one.
All right, great day of ball here. We had a couple of really good ball games. A tough loss for the Edco girls earlier this afternoon. They lost 5-4 in a 10-inning epic ball game that was played at Farley. They close the season 32-8. Don Bosco advances. They'll play Wapsie Valley Monday night in a regional final in the game for state. We actually now do not have a game on Monday night, but for the Edco girls, they were down 4-1, rallied in that ball game to get that game tied in the later stages, had an opportunity. The bases loaded in the bottom of the 10th inning and a chance to maybe tie it or win it. They kept fighting for 10 innings.
Yeah, they never gave up. Credit to them in that program. They've had a lot of success the past 3-4 years, and next year they're going to be right up there again. And, this might make them a little bit hungrier this offseason, too. Sometimes it might be a little bit of a motivator because they've got everyone on that team back, so they should be strong next year.
Yeah, they have no seniors, so, yes, they will be ranked in the top probably 10 at least. They finished the year ranked at number 8 in Class 1A. So good luck again to Don Bosco in that ball game. So again, MFL MarMac, Mediapolis, that's our next broadcast. Again, we'll have to wait to see where that game is going to be played at. But our final score of this ball game tonight ends up being, once again, 4-1 MFL MarMac over Beckman. We know we're going to get great pitching tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone available for the Bulldogs, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see some combination of Jacob Shellhorn and Parker Keel. But they've got other arms, too, if they would need them. And then we think Mediapolis has a pretty strong pitching staff as well.
So, again, our final score, MFL MarMac in this district final wins by a final score of 4-1 in this ball game over Beckman tonight. And for the Blazers, they close the season 14-16. MFL MarMac Again, now 24-6, heading to the sub-state final on Tuesday nights. For Coach Mike Stass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Ty Keenan for running a very busy studio show today. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to kctn.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.